Hey everyone,
Yo,
welcome to Back Life Algorithm. I am Ibra and this is my bro Beyond.
what's up, guys? Beyond here, and glad to be back here.
So Yon, let's be honest. If your Wi-Fi suddenly stop working for 10 minutes, would you panic?
Actually, for that, I will absolutely panic because the internet is basically like air now. You cannot see it, but you definitely need it.
Same, honestly, the internet feels so different now. Back then, it you search for information. Now it feels like information is searching for us.
Exactly, like that's how algorithm works nowadays. And sometimes I think this internet basically can read our minds.
Right. Just yesterday, I was talking to my friend about buying a new jacket. I never searched for it, but later my Instagram was full of jacket. And seriously, is my phone listening to me?
Nah, bro, you're actually not that important. I think it's just because the attention economy. This apps wants to take your attention because this apps was like, the longer you stay in these apps, the more money they make.
That's especially crazy. So these apps just keep showing me a thing we like, and I'm scoring for answer.
Yeah, and do you notice everything is short videos now, like TikTok, uh, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Short? It's everywhere, man.
Yeah, and almost everything now. In short videos, TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Short, I can spend hours watching them. Why are they so addictive?
Actually, it's because every swipe you do, it's actually give you a brain dopamine. Like it hits your brain and giving you a dopamine because you never know what's coming next, and it's gonna make you scroll more things, and you cannot even focus on one thing like before.
That, that explain a lot. I can even finish a 10-minute YouTube video without getting bored. My attention span is getting worse.
That's why the internet is giving us a serious FOMO because once you open the app, you're gonna see each other life getting better, getting richer, and getting more successful than your life.
Yes, I feel that too. But I guess we have to remember that people usually only post the best part of their lives, right?
Yeah, that's right because it's just a highlight reels. Like you can even compare them with your life because they only post the good one or the bad one, so you can really compare your life with their lives in the social media.
That's a really good point. So how do we stay healthy is digital world? Got any tips for us?
Hmm. And sorry for that, maybe I can suggest you like a mini digital detox. Like you can put your phones away, like these phones, you can put them away somewhere else, maybe in the kitchen, in the living room or something. Just don't put your phone like right next to you because it's gonna bring your bad habit again.
On street, leaving my phone in another room before the sounds really hot.
If it's really hard, or maybe you can try like when you hanging out with your friends, you can put your phone faces down like this, like all of you put your phones like this, and then just let it hang it there, and whoever touched the phone first, they gotta pay for the food. Maybe you can try that one.
I actually like that rule. It would definitely make people spend more time talking instead of looking at their phone.
Like, see, use the internet. Don't let the internet use you. And also think twice before you leave a head comment, or maybe also you gotta think before you upload your face or your life to social media because it's gonna stay there forever.
Oh, alright. This was a great conversation. We covered a lot interesting things today.
Yeah, that's all for me. Maybe like, alright guys, maybe all I can tell you about the internet is was that um, So you better stop staring at your screen and go touch some grass, okay?
Okay, I am Ibra.
I am Dion. See you next time.
Stay connected,
stay
stay
grounded,
grounded. Bye,
and
guys.
Bye guys. Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Life Algorithm. I'm Dion and I'm here with my friends Ibra.
Hey everyone, I am Ibra. Thanks for having me, Dion.
So, Ibra, for today's topic, for today's episode, I'm gonna pick an email for the main topic. Anyway, do you still remember what an email stands for?
Of course, it stands for electronic mail. It is basically a way to send digital message.
No way. Do you know what's the inside of an email is? Because I kind of forget about it. And can you explain it to me what inside of an email?
Well, in our presentation, we work the email is much faster than traditional mail, or what people call its snail email.
Oh yeah. I even used a post office analogy for the mail server. I remember that one.
You're right. A mail server is like a local post office. It sends a received email for a neighbor.
Anyway, about the email, can you explain to me, like, how can an email transform from user A to user B? Yeah, like that. Can you explain it to me?
Sure, it goes from the user agent to the transfer agent through the network into the system mailbox and finally to the other user inbox.
Oh, I see. Anyway, can you explain it to me again about the main part of an email, like the main part? Because I don't know what the main part of an email is.
The header, the message, body where you write the content, and the signature, which is optional.
Anyway, about the header, there's one thing that you should never forget in the header. What is it, bro? Can you tell me?
The subject line, it tells the receiver what the email is about, and many people organize their email by subject.
So, bro, do you think people still use email nowadays? Because all I know, and mostly people just use WhatsApp. They don't use email anymore for chatting or for something like that. What do you think?
Actually, yes. Email is still very important. Students use it to send assignment, and companies use it for job application and professional communication.
Oh, that makes sense. So if you want to look professional, knowing how to write a full email or like a good email is still a useful skill for this day, right?
Actually, whether you an email is per impression.
Yeah, for now, I want to ask you something like, do you know what the difference between CC and BCC is? Why is it? Like, tell me.
CC means carbon copy, while BCC means blank carbon copy.
You're not wrong though, but I want it more specifically, like tell me the detail about it.
With BCC, the other receiver can see who else received the email.
Perfect. We never really deserve pay for that answer, bro.
Maybe for the theory, but then the practical test, you forgot to type the message body.
Bro, we don't think about it that hard. We're still learning from it. Alright guys, that's it from today's episode. Thanks for listening.
about talking about this again with you.
Don't worry about it, Indra. And anyway, I'm here.
And I am Indra.
See you next time.